Welcome to the forum. Bienvenido al foro. Please take a moment to silence all your electronic devices and to locate all 4 exits from the auditorium. Assistive listening devices are available on request from one of the forum associates. Food and drink are not allowed in the auditorium, with the exception of water in covered containers. Restrooms are on the 2nd floor. Gender-inclusive restrooms are on the 3rd floor and lower level. If you need to leave the auditorium during the program, we recommend you exit through the rear doors at the top of the stairs. This event may be video recorded. Thank you. Tomen un momento para silenciar sus dispositivos electrónicos y localizar las 4 salidas del auditorio. Los dispositivos de asistencia auditiva están disponibles con uno de los asistentes del evento. No se permiten alimentos ni bebidas en el auditorio, con la excepción de agua en contenedores cubiertos. Los baños están en el 2º piso. Los baños con inclusión de género se encuentran en el 3er piso y en el nivel inferior. Si necesita salir del auditorio durante el programa, le recomendamos que salga por las puertas traseras en la parte superior de las escaleras. Este evento puede ser grabado en video. Gracias.
put your hands together for Bacalao. Woo! Okay, turn one of these mics on so we can put our hands together for Bacalao. Woo! Somebody said they felt like they can do it. They said they felt like it. Let me see how heavy that is. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, shit, never mind. Give it to Sharon. She said she could do it. That's all right. Put your hands together for Beyond the Bars 2026. Woo! So if you wasn't fired up by that opportunity, okay, where's the mic man? In case you didn't know, I'm Yolanda Johnson. Keep hope alive, Peterkin. And I have on a new outfit for 2026. This would be the 16th year in case you're counting. Let's hear it. Okay, and this is Columbia University's opportunity to show off the Collective Leadership Institute graduation. And just in case you didn't know, it's all about the women and gender expansive opportunities. We love you guys, but it is about us tonight. And with no further ado, we're going to call up Wakumi to come and give us our liberation land acknowledgement. But I need y'all to work with me tonight. See, I bought her this outfit so she could match me. I might tell a few stories because we ain't in church, okay? Amen. And so, but we want to go, we have to move expeditiously this evening, so I may be introducing one or two people at a time, right? And I want you to just hold on to your claps until you make sure that I finish. So we have Wakumi for our liberation and land acknowledgement, but behind that, we have the incomparable. She was at that Fountain House, and then she moved over to that WPA, and now she is the first deputy commissioner, and her name is Meg Egan, and she is close to my heart. Now you gotta listen because she speaks very calm and very softly, right? But she is here with us tonight, and she'll be coming up after Wakumi. So give them a round of applause.
Peace and power, family. How are we doing? Yeah. Welcome home. It's good to be home. Doesn't it feel good to be home? Yeah. Feels good to be home. I'm going to put my timer on so I'm in alignment with Yolanda. My name is Wakumi. My pronouns are she, her. My daddy, who served 33 years in prison, he's home now. Yes. He named me Tanisha, and I always like to share that I was named Tanisha when I was a student at Columbia University School of Social Work, and we said, we need a conference. We need a conference about ending mass incarceration. And we created Beyond the Bars. And so it's always such a joy and an honor and a privilege and a blessing to be invited back. This is definitely one of my political homes, and I thank the Center for Justice at Columbia University for all that they do. Yeah, to keep the legacy of Beyond the Bars alive through each of you and through many more. But before we do anything else, it's our people's way to honor and acknowledge the land that we are on, yes? Yes. It's also our people's way to honor and acknowledge our ancestors, yes? Yes. Okay, good. So I wrote some things down again so I would stay in alignment with Yolanda and the time. So we recognize the 5 boroughs of New York City as the ancestral homeland of the, who knows? Lenape, yes, people displaced violently by European settler colonialism and still here, yeah, and also still here. And so we recognize and honor the Lenape people for being the original stewards of the land on which we stand tonight. And in the spirit of naming those who came before us, I'd like to invite all of us in a moment to call the names of our ancestors. And I'm going to ask you to call the names of your ancestors who are benevolent, your ancestors of light. Not your troublemaker ancestors, you know, okay, not those ones. I'm going to ask you to call on your benevolent ancestors who you think their presence here with us would benefit and uplift this ceremony and the weekend that we have to follow. Yeah, can we all do that? Yes, and I have a project called the Givers Revival. What we always say when we invite people into these kinds of practices at the Givers Revival is that everything is an invitation, yeah? So some invitations we say yes to, and some invitations we say no. And so if for you, calling on the names of your ancestors does not suit you, doesn't feel right, that's okay. What we ask for you to do is to be a loving witness of the process. Can we all agree to that? Yeah, okay, great. So, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to call on the names of your ancestors. While we do that, I'm going to sprinkle some water on the ground. Every time you hear an ancestor name, if you're not speaking a name of an ancestor, you can say the word Ashe. Have folks heard this word before?
Yes.
The word Ashe comes from Yoruba land in what we now call Nigeria, and it means "and so it is," and it's just an opportunity for us to acknowledge the name. Yep?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say a few words first. We want to ask our ancestors to continue to strengthen us, especially in these times, yeah? Especially in these times for long life, ire laiku, for healthy relationships, for abundance, age, for victory over all of our enemies, ire ishegun, victory over all of our enemies, y'all, yes? And that we can win liberation for all of our people in cages and beyond. And with that, I ask you to call on the names of your ancestors out loud. Ashe, 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 beautiful, Ashe, 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 Ashe. We call on our ancestors of light whose names that we know, whose names that we don't know, and we say 3 Ashes all together. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Beautiful. Thank you all.
Thank you. Yes, come on, Maggie. Come on, give her a round of applause. Woo!
Cheryl didn't tell me I was following Yolanda. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me join you this evening. I am beyond honored. Thank you especially to the Justice Lab for asking me to talk tonight. And to all of you, congratulations on your graduation. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Meg Egan, and as Yolanda said, I am the first Deputy Commissioner at the New York City Department of Correction. I joined the department about 6 weeks ago. It's been a while, several weeks, months, whatever it's been. And as Yolanda said, before that, I had the incredible honor and privilege of leading the Women's Prison Association. And also, as Yolanda said, before that, I've had a lot of other jobs. I can say unequivocally that the people that I have learned the most from and who have impacted my work most profoundly are the people from whose expertise comes from their experience. No question. And to me, this is the brilliance of Women Transcending and the Collective Leadership Institute, providing a real meaningful leadership path for all of you to use your experience to have impact for others. It's both brilliant and beautiful. At WPA, we were able to develop a really ambitious strategy that I'm proud of, and that is, hopefully, it is, living on as I've moved on. And we were able to do that because of the guidance, expertise, caution, and frankly, push from women in the organization with lived experience and beyond the organization. And that led us to this vision that we have for the world that women will one day live free from oppressive systems. And WPA's mission, to achieve that, WPA's mission is really now focusing on making incarceration obsolete by providing the essential supports that women need, partnership with other amazing organizations, many leaders from whom are here tonight, that partnership to ensure that support is holistic, and also provide meaningful and supportive pathways for women to organize and advocate for themselves, their families, their communities. This is how we have real, deep, meaningful impact. The leadership, organizing, advocacy skills that you take with you are how organizations like WPA and so many others will make that vision a reality. And it's how your work is how we together will make our vision for DOC a reality. This is a new day. Under Stanley Richards, who is now the commissioner at DOC, we will have a jail system that is centered on humanity. We are putting people first, whether that's someone who's on our staff or someone in our care, and I want to stop there, because what we are talking about is people in our care. And that is how we are going to refer to people that we are working with in the system going forward. Those people are our priorities, and those are not competing priorities. They are essential priorities. We will close Rikers Island. And we will close Rosie's. And what we will have is a much smaller system that is compassionate and recognizes that everyone has a full story. Yes. That the reason that someone is in our care is not the only thing about them. That people have hopes and dreams and ambition, and our job to every person in the department is to give those in our care the support that they need so that they can move on and realize their dreams. But we can't do this alone. We must be in partnership with all of you, everyone in this room. To close Rosie's, we will need all of the skill and expertise that you have from your experience in life and your experience with the Collective Leadership Institute. Together, we can design programs and processes that not just move Rosie's out today, but have a system that doesn't bring people back and doesn't bring anyone in to begin with. And so I am deeply honored and excited to work with each of you on this journey to make this a true reality. So thank you and congratulations.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, and great appreciation to Wakumi and to First Deputy Commissioner Meg. Wakumi, thank you so much for letting us make sure that we honor the space. And Meg, thank you so much for making sure that we give the pathway to honoring the opportunity. And you guys just gave, again, I told the graduates this evening that if you're doing this kind of clap, or you yapping at the mouth, or you're not really paying attention, when she said close Rosie's, I don't know where you came from. Maybe my people from over in the West Coast might be in here tonight. But when she said close Rosie's, we wasn't supposed to hear nothing. Let me see if she say it again. Where you at, May? Maybe because they didn't hear when you said it the first time. Say it one more time for them.
We will close Rosie's.
I'm just checking. I mean, because Sharon yelled real loud in my ear, but I'm just checking the feeling tone, because there's some things that we must do, and that is one of the things. And I do trust and believe that people who come from our community, like Stanley and Meg, I trust in them. I sat on trains with them. I rallied with them. I seen them. People who come from community get work done. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Especially when they go in office. So let me talk about a few of those individuals. People who come from community like Sharon Sharon Harrigan White, that's going to read the next poem. And she's gonna be doing one of the poems that is for our sweet ancestor, Kathy Boudin, a poem and a tribute. Sharon is going to read that for us. And right behind that, I don't know if y'all have heard from this person, because if you haven't heard from him, you in for a treat. You better sit back. Get your cameras in the film. Oh, by the way, thank you for those out there in Facebook land and all those lands that y'all looking. We appreciate you guys tuning in live. Thank you so much. You should have been here because we had some fried chicken and all of that stuff, and you know, and some gluten-free. But y'all not going to get none because you ain't here. But the bottom line is that we appreciate you tuning in, and thank you so much for having this opportunity with the Center for Justice. But behind that, we'll have our very own assemblyman from this area, Mr. Al Taylor, right behind, along with homegrown, new hour, exactly, homegrown remarks from Serena Martin as she comes. Also, together they will come right after Sharon Harrigan White. Give them a round of applause.
Only Yolanda. Only Yolanda. I just want y'all to know that I'm an ambassador now. A prayer for my sisters. To each of you who has planted your feet in freedom, we reach out for your hands. You are our North Stars. In you, we be a wisp of cloud, memories. In us, you be the under earth, streams of hope.
Come on.
We see you as closer to the sun. We know that you have dark, dark days. Feel the steadiness of our hands as we reach out to you from where you left your shadows. Let your lives become new branches. Let your laughter blow the wind chimes. We will join you. We will join you. One by one. Each one bring one. Each one bring one. Each one bring one. I send each of you all my love. Kathy.
I can come and get you if you want me to, but you don't need no introduction. There you go. Here he comes. Give him a round of applause. Wait a minute. Let me say it right. Assemblyman. Let me do a twirl. Assemblyman. Reverend Dr. Hey. Woo, Al Taylor. Let's give him a round of applause. Wait a minute. They said to say, Ashe.
Ashe, ashe, ashe. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. What's popping? No, it's never me.
Just in case you don't want to stay stagnant.
How you know about that?
Hey, you know who you are.
Ah, man. It is a privilege to be here. It is an honor to be here. But it's for you all the reason that we're here and the people that we love and care about. Amen? So I'll say that on occasion because I do pastor, but more importantly, I am ecstatic to be here, and I'm here with my legislative director, a young man by the name of Usman Diallo over there, that guy right there. And I introduce him because as my legislative director, sometimes I'm not meeting with people as much as I would like, but he's that first line of introduction, and there are things that are happening, and he can share my position in or listen to hear and share with me you all's position when people come to see me, all right? Okay, I have some comments if I can. I want to share that. Where's Miss Gear? Gear, where's she? Gear, where's she? I wouldn't do that. I don't want no smoke from her. She'll get you the 2-piece without the biscuit. I told him I don't want no smoke from you because you can give 2-piece without the biscuit. So let me get to some serious conversation if I can real quickly. And a shout out to my newest nephew because I claim kids, right? Baby Sean is right there with Chris. Him was making all kind of noise and calling demands in the green room. And I'm like, and he came to me and him sleep. Now, I hope I don't do that to y'all this afternoon. I heard y'all had some chicken, gluten-free. Oh, I don't know. I heard her say it. Let's get this. Let me share some comments. Can I share some comments with you all? Let's do this. So, good afternoon. I want to talk about gun violence if I can. I want to talk about some different things. Blah, 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 and here we go. Gun violence is not just a public safety. Does this thing right here work? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay, that's what's good. That's what's good. Gun violence is not just a public safety issue. It's a public health crisis because we've lost too many children in our communities. Innocent people have been killed. Babies, young people, old people, but they're our loved ones consistently. I know I got to keep reading this. Okay, because I'm about to digress. We just spent almost 2 hours on debate today. One of my colleagues was introducing a study, a bill to study legislation in how we can control gun violence and some of the things that you could do if you have a weapon. Sure, you want to safely keep it. We passed some legislation that shows that if the individual is having some health issues, that gun ought not to be in the house. But then also this piece of legislation that they're talking about is a study that will create technology so that no one can use that weapon but the person it's been assigned to by using technologies. Does that make sense? So if a child stumbled across it, their DNA is not on it, it wouldn't operate. Even your spouse could not use it. So it was just a study. Just a study. And my people's on the other side of the aisle, they went hawk wild crazy about their Second Amendment and the Constitution. And I'm saying, where the hell were y'all about the Constitution when my sister was shot in the face in Minnesota? But anyway, I digress. I'm going to come back to where I was at, okay? Y'all stop interrupting me. The New York State Legislature has taken bold and meaningful steps to confront the crisis head on. We've strengthened our gun safety laws, expanded background checks, and worked to close loopholes that put dangerous weapons into the wrong hands. Okay, let me stay focused because I got something else I wanted to say. In 2022, following the Supreme Court's decision in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association, we passed Concealed Carry Improvement Act. One of the strongest gun safety laws in the nation. We expanded protection by designating sensitive locations where firearms cannot be in the place. Now, a lot of my colleagues, they're licensed to carry. Literally, like when we're on the floor, we're going back and forth. Like somebody may have one in their purse or on their hip. They listen. I'm not from Brownsville, never ran, never will. That don't bother me. But what I'm saying is we have to make sure that anybody out here have a license or permit to carry? Legally. Okay. No. Y'all come back. Y'all come back. But, and bless you that you're able to carry, but more times than not, we don't get the approval to do it. Right? We don't. And we're just as responsible as anybody else, but they make it hard. Now, I'm not advocating anything. I'm just pointing out the difference. Maybe 3 people said yes in here out of probably a couple of hundred. And that doesn't mean anything other than maybe people haven't applied, weren't interested. But ideally, we close a loophole that says where you can and cannot carry that weapon, although you're licensed to carry it in a concealed manner. Amen? All righty, y'all got to stop interrupting. I'm never going to get out of here. And so we also expanded the red flag law, which says this: allowing courts to temporarily remove firearms from the homes of people that are expressing emotional issues. Make sense? If you're having a bad day, you don't need that thing around you because you've done something that was public that allowed people to see something that said, well, you know what? The courts can ask you to turn that in just until you feel better about yourself. Right? That's what that piece of legislation was for. And like teachers and healthcare providers, the ability to act before tragedy starts. We took steps to hold the gun industry accountable by requiring licensing and oversight to gun dealers, strengthening enforcement against illegal gun trafficking, and advancing laws that allow action against bad actors contributing to gun violence. We also have a piece of legislation right now that we're looking at on the state that would prevent a printer from creating a ghost gun. Are people familiar with the ghost gun? Right? Oh, okay, I gotta get moved. I got a timekeeper here. Let me run this thing through real quick. I thought you were sitting there looking good, man. Now you got a JOB up in here. Let me put this thing up in rock and roll. So here we go. We've done those things, and I'm gonna say this. My name is Al Taylor. I am an assembly member representing Harlem, Washington Heights, and Inwood, and I'm proud to be there. To God be the glory, right? Because I made a whole lot of mistakes before I got on Square Street, right? There was a judge by the name of Bruce Wright. Turn him loose, Bruce. At 16, I had an opportunity to meet that man in his courtroom. He gave me a play that allowed me, he saw what I didn't see in myself, but he allowed me to do something, which was be able to join the military without a high school diploma. After getting arrested in every precinct in Harlem, I was able to join the military, became a military police without a high school diploma. Before they shut that off. But I'm just showing you that there's so much that we can do when given an opportunity. And when you see our young brothers and sisters on the block, don't look at them like they don't belong here. We belong here. We belong here. And if you're talking from a biblical perspective, then you can look at the Bible and see how much of the Testament was written by somebody who had been incarcerated. God is not done with us yet. He said, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. Do you know what that means? It means that I woke you up. I started you on your way. I will protect you. I will take care of you. And he's quicker than a picker-upper. He will start you all over anew. But you need to know that you are relevant, you matter, and your past experience is just that. It's experience for the future. God bless you.
Good evening, my sisters and my brothers. One of the things that I said when we were talking about our ancestors, I raised the name of my great-grandmother, Eugenia Sotomayor. And Assemblymember Taylor took us to church. She was in church every Sunday. So those words were from her. Thank you, abuela, mis abuela. I'm Serena Martin. I'm the founding executive director of New Hour for Women and Children. But tonight, I have a call to action for each of you. And I want to start with a story because Sharon White Harrigan was up here earlier, my dear, dear, dear sister. I went to prison at 20 years old, and Judy Clark will tell you, Kathy Boudin, they walked in the yard with me. They held my hand. They cried with me. And I was fragile and broken and afraid and terrified. 20 years later, here I am. But the women behind, but the women who we have left behind need us. They need us desperately now more than ever. And I'm going to tell you, I got a ticket I was going to college. Missy kept me off the draft. Cheryl Wilkins, shout out to you, kept me off the draft. Got my associate's degree. I got a ticket because my aunt decided to send me shampoo for colored hair to the nun, Sister Elaine Roulette. May we always remember you. My aunt thought she would be smart and send it in the name of the sister to her office so it would expedite getting it to me. Well, you know what the prison thought. I'm trying to move contraband through the prison, through the volunteer. I got the ticket. So I'm in my cell and I'm crying. And Sharon's in the cell next to me, and she's whispering through the door. She goes, "Boo Boo, you're gonna be okay." She was locked all the time, so she knew she was gonna be. I was only locked a couple times. All right, but she held me down. But what I will say is, when I was in that cell, guess what I knew? I knew I was gonna get a daily shower. I knew that cell door was gonna open and I was gonna be able to wash my face and take a shower and feel human. I knew that loss, that ticket that I got, meant that I would have loss of rec. I'd have all the things that you lose when you're punished in prison, but that eventually I'd come out. And life would resume, and the programs would resume, and I could cook in the kitchen with Gloria and my friends, and I could play dominoes, and I could hang out, and I could talk about my pain, and I could be with my sisters, and I wouldn't be alone. I got a letter yesterday, one of our dear sisters behind bars, and what she said in that letter to me, I'm going to read to you, and you make your own opinion about this. It is so sad that Manny would rather be dead than have to go back and live in general population because it is that bad out there. In the years that have passed since Manny lived in general population, conditions have worsened. For Manny, a move to general population meant living under oppressive conditions and the inevitable loss of her peace and sanity. Prison, by its very nature, stifles creativity and hope. Those of us confined in these cages survive by finding spaces and places where we can find purpose, hope, community, and reasons to live. When we manage to do this, we thrive, heal, and survive. When that's torn away from us, we are left despondent and hopeless. So I defer to the very words that Manny wrote herself. I have hurt for far too long, and I am tired of being afraid, depressed in pain, and on the edge of fear of losing my housing at Fisk. This is no way to live. The ticket I received broke me. And so I'm calling on us. Our sisters need us. Nationally, we are calling on each of you. Call the governor, call the commissioner, and say, give back daily showers. Make sure that women get to stay out of their cells. Let's ensure humanity behind bars, because the prison system isn't getting better, it's getting worse. And by the way, we all deserve to be home, but that's another story. This is the moment that we can make a difference. I'm going to be sharing the QR code out. Please make it a national call for help. And I will tell you, the press does not care about women behind bars. The media does not care about who we are. They just want to know what we did to get there. Well, the truth is that we deserve humanity and dignity, and we deserve to be treated like human beings. And we deserve accountability. We deserve to make sure that we hold those in power accountable for the sins that they are committing. Manny's death should never have happened. And despite that, I get calls every day at my office from women who say, there were 3 fights today, there were more fights. Okay, you want to stop the fighting, so you lock everyone down and you put people in cages and you don't let them out? Who's going to be angry? Who's going to be depressed? The person in the cage. So locking people up and keeping them behind there all day long, as we know, is not going to solve the problem. So I'm calling on each of you, take that actionable step and remember that we, our community, who we are, the sisters in this room, Greer and Yolanda and Sharon and Cheryl and Judy and all of you all, we made it through those bars. But we made it through those bars because guess what? There's more for us to do, and this is it. Let's get it done.
Thank you so much for that. Again, the mic is not loud enough for me because it seems like people, right, it's not loud enough. So speak louder in the mic, right? She asked us to make a phone call. And earlier there was we need you to scan these QR codes, right? And we know that Youssef, Assemblyman Youssef is in the building, but we're going to take a moment. We're going to take a moment to go back to the slide where Kathy's book is coming out. We're going to go back to that slide, but we're going to stay on this one for a moment because we want you to scan the QR code. It's not just about talking about it, it's about being about it. Where's Althea? Where's Dr. Althea Taylor? Where's she at? Because she went up there to that. She went up there to, excuse me? Alethea, I'm sorry. You know, that's one of my friends. I get excited. That's one of my friends, Alethea Taylor. She, I messed up Sharon. These are my good friends too. And I didn't have nothing to drink before the party. But the bottom line is that I'm excited. And I also don't want to skip over nothing that's important because it ain't about me and it ain't about your name, to be honest. It's making sure that we scan this and we follow through, right? Right? So she went up to that memorial. So somebody took their life, more than one person, and people have done it on Rikers as well. And some of them didn't take their life, they just passed on these horrible places. Rikers is one of the worst places that I've ever seen in my life, but Miss Pauline told me that Mississippi is worse, right? So let's talk about it. And so please scan this QR code, get that phone number. I don't care if you don't live here, tell Hoko that we need to make a difference, right? We need to make a difference. Could we go back to Kathy's book that you can also scan the QR code and pre-order, right? Because we talk about it, but we're not about it. Every now and again, Assemblyman Taylor and Councilman Taylor and Councilman Youssef, Assembly person and Council Member Youssef, right? Have spoken to us in so many different ways because they're from Harlem. They're fighting for Harlem. But I've seen them in very various places. I've seen them doing various types of work. And so we want to make sure that he has an opportunity. He's come by this evening to have something to say. And a lot of times we move them up in the agenda, right? We move them up because we want to hear from them. But we want to make sure to give them the space and time. But I also want to say that our women are just as important. So sometimes we want them to sit back and listen to us as well. Isn't that right? So if just in case you got to run to another event, put it on the live stream and make sure you listen to the whole thing, or when you can play it again to make sure you hear all of the things that we are fighting for. And I see that they got some secret service over there. What you call the secret service individuals that they bring with them, right? You guys know a lot. I realize that you guys see a lot and know a lot. So even though you rolling, you know, incognito, I just want to say, I want to make sure that you too are able to support us in your journey because you take in all of the information and can spread what's happening, this good news that we got going on here at Columbia University. But with no further ado, can we call the councilman Youssef Salam to the front of the congregation? Let's go! Oh man, you didn't bring my hat. You know that tall when it looked like a ranger.
Blessings to you, Queen. Oh. One day I woke up and I was in prison. I know I'm speaking to the choir, But I wanted the American dream. And I don't think anybody should be violently awakened to the American nightmare in the way many of us know. 6 months into my prison bid, an officer walks up to me and he says, "You're not supposed to be here." He said, "Who are you?" I didn't understand the question. I said, "My name is Yusuf Salam. I'm one of the guys they accused of raping the Central Park jogger, but I didn't do it." He began to probe my mind. He said, "I know that. I've been watching you. You're not supposed to be here." Again, he said, "Who are you?" I realized I didn't know who I was. I had to become rooted in the reality that was right there in front of me. But because I couldn't see it, I hadn't yet plugged into the source. There's a concept called Sankofa. Now, most people know Sankofa to mean go back and get it. But I got to tell you, when I met Les Brown and folks like him, and they talked to me about if you can't see it, you can't be it, I started to understand why they wanted to put dirt on my birth. I started to understand why they wanted me to accept defeat. But I was born on purpose and with a purpose. You see, just like you graduates, I was not only close to the pain, I was in pain. You all have the answers because those who have been closest to the pain need to have a seat at the table. You know, oftentimes I'm either announced as the councilman, I'm announced as the assemblyman, I'm announced as the congressman. It's not lost on me. I don't oftentimes even repair what they said because I'm in the seat of Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Adam Clayton Powell was the first black man to represent Harlem in District 9. To be in that seat, every time I go to work, I feel what I'm rooted in. The ground shakes sometimes, and sometimes I have to hold on a bit. You know, there's a song, I think it's called Shook Ones. I can't, hey, hey. But what I want to point out is something that is said, but often kind of maybe not really heard. Like you hear the beat, you like, oh yeah, it's that old school hip hop. This that message in the music hip hop. This is that music in the message hip hop. But he says something in broad daylight, get right. Just the other day, I was sitting in my office and I'm thinking about, I don't know what I was thinking about, but that word, those words came into my mind in broad daylight, get right. And I couldn't help but think about those times that I was in prison, those times that I wanted to go to the visit and I had to uncover, undress myself, be dehumanized in order to touch humanity. In broad daylight, get right, sometimes you don't have time to go behind a curtain. Sometimes you have to be able to cry in public and say, it's all right. Grown people cry too. I imagine my mother, who's still here with us. You know, my mother most certainly, when she gave birth to me, she said, this is our ancestors' wildest dream. 15 years went by, and she was patterning me according to a principle and a process of excellence. She didn't tell me what she was doing, she just did it. I would go to public school, and my mother would say after I came home from school, what did they teach you today? And I would tell her, and she would correct the mistakes. She wouldn't tell me to go back to the school and talk about where they made mistakes. She would just correct them. So I was getting my secondary education in my home, and then I had a small library. It wasn't even as big as this wall. But I was able to pick up books and read about black people in Greece. Read about Sogolonjata, Sundiata, the epic of Old Mali. I was able to tap into and be rooted back into so that, and this is crazy, because my mother didn't know 15 years from my birth that she would have to visit me in prison. But this is what my mother told me. And I'm thanking Greer for bringing me here. My mother told me, they need you to participate in whatever it is they are trying to do. Do not participate. Refuse. I had to take that back into the courtroom. But first I took it back into the interrogation room. Those words came to my defense and disallowed me from making any written or videotape confession against myself. Took it into the courtroom. My mother wasn't allowed in the courtroom because every time they tried to say her son did what, she, just like you, cried out and say, not my son. I had to take it into the prison. My mother wasn't there to tuck me in, kiss me goodnight. I know I'm talking to a room full of women who have been where I've been, but you are the ones who give birth to nations. The value that you have as I wrap, because I got so much to say, is that when you vibrate at your highest level, write down what comes to you. So that when you are in the valley of despair, you can reach over and read and pump life back into you in order to become what they don't want you to be. And so as I end, they wanted me to keep those same things that I turned on in order to survive the belly of the beast. I'm still turning off the things that I don't even know what I turned on after I was rebirthed out of the womb of America. Two things. The revolution will not be televised. Can I, before I say this, I don't know if y'all noticed, but Greer's father visited me in prison after doing time for a crime he didn't do. And guess where he visited me? Or I should say, guess when he visited me? It was at my graduation, in prison. So this is a special moment, a full circle moment. The revolution will not be televised. I can remember when that statement made me sad inside. Too young to be in it. Now I couldn't even see it. Why? Why couldn't the revolution be televised? The Last Poets, Gil Scott-Heron. As I grew up, I began to see. They left theirs, and I too wanted to leave a mark on history. A man in half, and I wanted to bask in that task that set men free. But a revolution, the revolution, is where I knew I had to be. The revolution will not be televised. They didn't want to display the victory of those quote unquote lesser men. The revolution will not be televised. Smile. I know, because you are the revolution. And I know I'm at time, but I just got to share this one last thing. This brother told me to share it with every audience I ever stood in front of. I didn't study political science. I was run over by the political machine. And so what he gave me in prison after 12 years of him being in there unjustly, 5 years of me being in there unjustly, he gave me a poem called The Blank Canvas. This is for you. Every single one of us are born into this world like a blank canvas. And everybody that comes across our path uses their brush and they put a mark on our surface. And this is how we grow. This is how we develop. But there comes a time, and I see that you all have done it, where you have to pick up your own brush to determine who and what you will be. Just another painting or a masterpiece? I see you. Stay rooted in faith. Stay rooted in community. Stay envisioning where you want to be 50 years from now, 100 years from now, because we are inside of someone else's plan. But we got to have a plan for our future. Thank you.
So sometimes you got to take a moment. So you've poured into us, and you're right here in Harlem, and you're sitting in 16 years of legacy. Tomorrow we will be at St. John Cathedral, full of individuals. This is a 4-day conference. It's the biggest thing on the East Coast around formerly incarcerated women. But there's somebody that you must stand on the stage with for us. And that's the person that brought not only us here, and last year's theme was Sankofa. So she didn't only bring us here, but she's brought us to different places around the world about freedom. And I know that Greer brought you here, and this would be her boss. But she's also been deemed Queen Mother in Africa. And so you know, and Assemblyman Taylor knows that in order to do this, we need your support, right? Not only at graduation, but while we sit here at Columbia, which is very difficult to have somebody like us that's done some things that we did do that we're not proud of. Can I have Queen Mother come to the stage? So this is the legacy. This is what Harlem can do for us. And this is what you can do with us. Because you carry the legacy in Albany, but she carries the legacy right here. And if you look back, she has helped us reach back, not only on this continent, but in continents around the world. So thank you. I don't even know where my paper is because he just said 50 years later. And I know that it is Cheryl's dream that we pass what we have forward. And it just hits me that we continue to pass. Thank you so much for being here, Councilman. We fought for you. We were younger at that time, but we fought for you, and I refuse to call you anything but exonerated. Anything but exonerated. But Christy said to me earlier today that, if you go through anything past one day, or, when you really do some time, you can't shake that, right? Well, if you're exonerated, exonerating people and letting them go, you can't shake when you have to, take your dignity, cough and squat and all of that stuff. You'll never be able to take that back or that time back, right? So we know that you know what this means, and we are women, and birthing and continuing to birth, and this is what Cheryl has birthed. This is just a corner. It's hundreds of thousands of us, so be careful. Be careful how you mess. I mean, I know you ain't gonna mess with us, but be careful how we rock out. Thank you so much. Give him a round of applause. And now that y'all got me behind schedule, let me tell you, just hurry up now. We have a call to action. But don't rush. It's A and C in the house. We have a call to action by Pauline Rogers, CLI Impact Discussion. Behind that will be our one and only Judy Clark for the Survivors Justice. So give them a round of, hello. Give them a round of applause as they come on down. Woo! No, honey, don't run. It's you, baby. Where you going? She done went out the door. Judy, where you at? You could go before her. How she gonna run outside when I call her? You know what? She must have had to go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. All right, come on. Give her a round of applause for Judy. Come on.
Okay, let's lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Woo! We need energy. We need energy because we have a lot of hard fights ahead of us. A lot of hard fights ahead of us. But she's here.
Because she got something that coincides with yours. Come on.
All right. Okay.
Hey. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, let me just tell. Let me just tell you why I had to ask that, because I'm more than just. I'm an alumni too, so I've been multitasking since I've been here.
Heather, come in.
So when I hear the theme rooted in, I don't think of something soft. I think of something strong. Roots are unseen, but they hold everything up. They grow deep before anything grows tall. I'm rooted in Mississippi soil that has known struggle, oppression, injustice, faith, resistance, and bounce back. I am rooted in lived experience, not theory, not headlines, not statistics, but in survival, reentry, restoration, and rebuilding. I'm rooted in faith. that refuses to let broken systems have the final word. But I'm also rooted in something that Columbia's Collective Leadership Institute helped strengthen. The understanding that transformation is not individual, it is collective. When I entered Beyond the Bars cohort and later engaged with the Collective Leadership Institute at Columbia University, I came as someone doing the work. But I left with language for the work. I left with frameworks for the work. I left with a network that reminded me that Mississippi is not isolated. It is connected. Leaders committed to justice. That's your neighbor in front of you, beside you. The Institute deepened my understanding of collective leadership. The real change is not built on one voice, but on aligned voices. It affirmed that proximity to the problem is expertise. That people directly impacted by incarceration are not liabilities to the system. We are architects of better ones, reimagined ones. Through the alumni network, I gained something even more powerful: sustained relationships. Not transactional networking, not bring something to get something. Transformation connection. When I returned home to Mississippi to lead the REACH Foundation, reentry housing, workforce development, and policy advocacy efforts, I do so knowing that I am not alone. I carry the collective. The Collective Leadership Institute sharpened my strategic lens. It helped me move from reacting to systems, designing them. It helped me to see Mississippi not only as a place of challenge, but as fertile ground for innovation where community-based solutions can become national models. I am rooted in justice, rooted in faith, rooted in lived experience, rooted in collective power. And because of the Institute and the alumni cohort, my roots now stretch farther. They connect Mississippi to New York, to classrooms, to policy tables, to global conversations about dignity and freedom. Roots don't compete. Roots don't compete. Roots don't compete. They complement. They intertwine. They hold the forest up together. And that is how I lead Mississippi. Not as a single tree trying to survive a storm, but as a part of a rooted, audacious collective ecosystem committed to transformation beyond the bars and beyond the limits history tried to set for us. I'm rooted in.
Well, she set the terms and she set the spirit. And I followed upon my sister who was talking about our sisters in Bedford and calling for you to support because we need all that. And she's right. We need those sisters to experience dignity inside and not go through what they're going through. But we also need them out. Yes. We need pathways to decarceration. Yes. We need pathways around prison. Altogether. When I was first in Bedford Hills back in 1985, most of you were probably not yet born, would be my guess. Women in Bedford, who are some of our roots, held hearings. The first public legislative hearings, official, where they spoke truth to power, to legislators, to judges, to DAs, telling the truth of their experience of domestic violence and trauma and how that led to their incarceration. People respected their voices, but action did not happen quickly. But they established a tradition of building community and fighting for things in Bedford that then was passed along to another generation that was able to utilize the family violence program in there and the college that we built and all the other things we did inside, so that when they came out, they were powerhouses. And they came out and they said, we are going to take that legacy and we're going to lead a fight and we're going to get a Domestic Violence Survivors Justice Act passed. Okay? Sharon White's one of them. Woo! Okay? And that was their way of saying we are not forgetting who we left behind. And we got that passed 7 years ago. In 2019, the DVSJA was passed and signed, and it was based on some of the efforts that were made in other states, in Illinois and in California. And in each state, something got improved. We learned from their strengths and their weaknesses, and we did it better. And when we passed it, we knew one thing. We said, a law is just a piece of paper. And the legislators are all going to say, yay, we did it. But we know that if we don't continue to fight in the same way, it won't bring our sisters home. So we established the Survivors Justice Project that I'm now the director of. And we work. We work to implement that law and to fight. And believe me, it is a fight all along the way. And we've gotten 80 people who applied to the DVSJA for resentencing, to be resentenced. But a lot of people didn't get their sentences resentenced. And there's a lot of people still sitting in there not applicable because compromises got made and had to be made at that point to get it passed at all. So we're going to have to go back into court and back into the legislature in New York. And more than that, we want the lessons from New York to then build what's happening in other states, and that's what's happening. So we have, since New York passed the law, Oklahoma passed the law. Now they just have to learn how to use the law, because so far only one woman has gotten out from that. So they've got a fight to have. Georgia, okay? Republican Georgia passed that law. And they passed it because the women from the inside fought to speak their truth. And it moved legislators enough that they didn't even think about what they were doing, and they passed a stronger law than we got in New York. And that's what we want to do. And New Jersey has a law now. So little by little, that's happening. But we need a survivors' justice law in every state of this country. So that map you saw, that map is a map of a kernel of each of you that's going to take what's been happened, the lessons from our work, and fight to advocate for, to use our voices, to use our experience, to move legislators to pass the law. And we're going to do it in a way where we're saying we're not leaving anyone behind, no carve-outs. Everyone deserves a chance. Everyone deserves a chance. There's no throwaways in our movement. None. And they're going to try to make carve-outs, and we're going to say no. No, it's all of us. That's what we learn. It's all of us or none. And then we're going to know that once that law is passed, we are not going to say, yay, we got the law. We are going to fight and implement that law, and we're going to do it together. So that's our call to action. Come to our workshop. We're going to talk brass tacks on Saturday in the afternoon about, and anyone interested in trying to work on the law in the states where you are, learn from the experiences, our strengths and weaknesses, come with us and leave here with some ideas of what we're going to do next, because we're going to decarcerate based on it. We're bringing our sisters home.
Yes. Carve out that law, roots to the tree, making sure that we bring our sisters home. All of us or none, no carve-outs. We should get some shirts say no carve-outs. Now we're going to bring Tiffany Shaw, making sure that Tiffany Shaw, introducing her. Give her a round of applause for Tiffany Shaw.
Good evening, my beautiful people. Yes. Yes. Now listen, I only got a little bit because I got a Green Reaper of time over here, so I got to make sure that he don't put no 1 minute up for me. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to see all you beautiful people. The program, I did not know what to expect, and let me tell you, a lot of us didn't. We came with different ideas, different goals, even different states. But listen, we came in with one purpose. We came in rooted because we wanted to become the next versions of ourselves. We wanted to do the things that we always wanted to do. And that's exactly what we did. This program allowed us to learn things so that we could help serve the people that we were called to serve. And so to our facilitators, thank you, because you showed up. Yes, you showed up being honest, open, and transparent from the beginning. And I just want one thing, and that's a sacred pause, and a sacred pause for Greer. Because Greer... Yes, 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 yes. Woo. Woo. Gonna make me, Greer, you showed up from day one, creating a space that felt safe and intentional. Even if you were on E, you made sure that you showed up for us. And made sure that we left fulfilled and filled. And so we want to thank you for that, for real. And that's why, yes, thank you. Thank them. And that's why programs like this matter. Because this is not a program, they just don't graduate people. They build leaders. They create and strengthen communities. And we didn't just find a community, we found sisterhood. And better yet, we found family. And I mean, every one of us in here, we family. We show up for each other. We lean on each other. We love each other. Come on now. And that's because we rooted. And we're rooted in one purpose. And that one purpose is to help that one person. That's going to help that other person. That's going to help that other person, because we all know that's how you change the world. That's how you do it. Yes, and we don't just do this in the program. We all live like this. What they say, we wake up like this, right? Yes, we wake up with that passion, with that mission. See, here you go. So I just want to thank you to everyone at the Women's Transcending Collective Leadership Institute for building this space. Yes. Yes, for building this space, and congratulations to cohort 7. Yes. Yes, and congratulations to every cohort before that and after that. Yes, because we did it, we do it, and we gonna continue to do it to the day we die. Come on, y'all. Come on. Yes.
I'm sorry. Cohort 4 kicked in the door. I'm sorry. Can I get cohort 1 in the house? Where cohort 1? See what I'm saying? Cohort 2, where y'all at? Okay, 2's in the house. 3, can I get a 3? Cohort 4 right here, y'all know y'all adore. Cohort 5, stay alive. Cohort 6, can I get a 6? Y'all. Those are sopranos in the house. Who? Cohort who? 7? So let's turn it over to Greer so she can introduce us and we can have a real strong graduation led by Greer, cohort 7 graduation.
I am so full right now. I want to give a shout out to Queen Mother Cheryl Wilkins. If it wasn't for Cheryl, I wouldn't be here. She opened a door for me that I didn't know I needed to be in. And I'm so grateful. I started coming to this conference volunteering probably 12 years ago. And I've been covering ever since. And when they hired me, I knew that I was on assignment. So I do what I do with passion, with dedication. And if I'm telling the truth, I would do it for free. But I got bills to pay. So I want to thank all of y'all, everybody who's in the building, right? Because we represent, that's a lot, it's not 32 states in this country. The Women Transcending Collective Leadership Institute is a one-year leadership development program for formerly incarcerated and directly impacted women. Now, I didn't go do time in prison, but I did time in prison. Because as Councilman said, my father was in prison for 23 and a half years for something he did not do. And I went to that prison from the age of 4 years old until I went away to college. And I'm so grateful for everybody who made it possible for me to do that. So we pour back into the women, right? There's a lot of programs out here for men, not a lot for women. Right? Right? So, and I gotta shout out Kathy Boudin. She's an ancestor now. Kathy and Cheryl are two brilliant minds, and they put this program together 9 years ago. And here we are, right? Cohort 7. I'm grateful. We have programs, the classes that we have are around leadership development. How do we pour back into the women who serve time in prison? They're leaders too. We got capacity building, fundraising. This year we added artificial intelligence, right? We had a sister working on her PhD in artificial intelligence, and she shared with us pros and cons of AI. It ain't all good, but it also can help us in so many ways. We added data collection, right? Because we do all this work, but they're not really counting all of our numbers in the work that we do. So that was an important aspect of what we do. We have community organizing and what that really is like. Participatory action defense, right? Participatory research, right? Research is with us, not on us, right? We gotta be in that number. And it is inspired by our radical hope to strengthen and expand the leadership of women impacted by the criminal legal system all across the country. So without further ado, I want to introduce our graduates. The first graduate is Abby Summerbell. Brandy Peterson. Representing New Jersey. I forgot to say, Abby is representing New York City. Danielle Metz, Louisiana. Darlisa Ware from Arkansas. Emily Shell from Mississippi, right? Mississippi. Jan Rogers. So Jan started out from Kentucky, right? And then she moved to Florida. So she representing 2 states. LaShondra Moore. Arkansas in the building.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you.
LaPortia Haggins. LaPortia is representing Tennessee. Lucretia Day. Representing Alabama. Hold on. Okay. Woo! Where's she from? Latoya Spillman.
West Virginia.
She's representing West Virginia. Chi-Town in the building. Nicole Davis. Shahida Ross. Represent North Carolina. Oh. Okay. Next is M.L. Smith. They represent. ML is representing Missouri in the building. Love you. I love you too. We call her Kiki, but her name is Shakita Wheeler, representing Georgia. Shanika Jones, Arkansas. Yes, put it down. You're getting the, oh, your next one. Next is Cherie Kennan. And Cherie is representing Alabama. The next person is Tahira Harris, representing Pennsylvania. she? Oh, she's the photographer. My sister representing Arkansas, Tiffany Shaw. Oklahoma! Oklahoma! I'm so sorry. Yes. Yes. And I forgot to just thank Tiffany for those wonderful words. I did not plan on crying today. Next, we have up Tally Douglas. New Jersey, Harlem. Harlem! That's it? Oh. Tiffany Volcane. New York is in the house. New York is in the house. All the time. And last, but certainly not least, Dr. Unique Starks. Brooklyn! Brooklyn! Hi, sister.
I'm gonna need you to turn that off.
I gave one out most of
I am the MC.
Okay.
You told me that I tell you when to turn the music on. Don't you see these sisters here ready to party? We got one more itty bitty time. Now y'all can't charge me extra because you done turned on the music now. Now there's something called the Tree of Life. And in order for us to make sure that these sisters, just like y'all had y'all sorority, this is my sorority, sisters. Right? Y'all didn't want us to be part of y'all AKAs and y'all gang members. So these are the real trees of life right here. So let's get our sisters for the Tree of Life. Greer.
Where's Ayana?
So the cohort that came before them, y'all come on up.
No. So I'm going to call up Naquasia Jones,
Let's go.
Consuela Gaines, Ruby Welch, Lauren Hanson, Marissa Alexander,
Come on, move with a purpose.
Anita Robinson, Melinda Johnson.
They charge us extra.
Most of them got it already here. That's all I got left. I think everybody else got that.
You know if you was asked to be a part of this, stand on the right of the person, please. Stand on the right.
Okay, go ahead.
Find somebody.
Just here. Oh, okay. You're just staying behind somebody.
You got a tree of life?
Yeah, who am I giving it to?
Who they giving it to?
Who am I giving mine to?
Tony, you giving yours to Cherie Kennan.
Cherie?
Yeah. Robin, you give.
Everybody that has a tree, please stand on the right behind the person. Y'all back up one step, please, so they can get behind you. So somebody can get behind the ones in the front row. Back up one step for those of you. Stand behind someone with your tree. Don't put it on yet. Just stand behind that person. Does everybody have a person? Okay, step over a little bit so we can be able to see the action. Excuse me, step over one person. It's not hard to do. Give me one so I can put it in my pocket. No, I'm saying. Stand behind that person. Raise your hand if you don't have a person. Raise your hand if you don't have a person. Where's Tiffany? I mean, yeah, you don't have it. Tanya, could you come down? Tanya, let's go. Come on, honey. You pretty. Hurry up. Hurry up. Yeah, come on. Who doesn't have a person? One person right here. Tanya, could you come right here? Uh-huh. Yes, your grandmother should. Why are you not down here for your granddaughter? Right here, Tanya. Everybody has a person.
Okay, so here's what I want to say. The tree of life represents
Hold on, hold on. Where's my graduates from CLI? Do I not have any? Oh, come on, baby. Are you a graduate or are you holding up? Is that Charmaine? Come on, well, why are you still up there? Come on down. You trying to hold up the party so everybody can see your outfit. Girl, come on down here. Okay, as she coming, Greer, could you hurry up? Y'all think it's a joke. Do you know that she raises money for this opportunity? You know it costs $2,000 if we don't get out this house on time. You know you're having a good time, right? You're having a good time. But the bottom line, who got a hat? I bet, give me your hat. Let's take up a collection for the overtime. Uh-huh.
You got one for her? I got one.
Okay, Greer, could you start the tree, please? The young lady right here. She's right here. She's so beautiful. Wait a minute. Let me see her name. You got some glasses. Shahida Ross. You're going to do Shahida. Go ahead there. That's Charmaine. She's such a sweetheart. Yes. Good vibes. Good vibes. Let's go, Greer.
The tree of life represents our interconnectedness, right? The leaves represent all of us branching out. The roots represent how wide and deep we are. And the trunk just represents who we are all together. So, for those of you who are graduating, we share this tree of life to say that we are forever connected. Forever. We're going to support one another, rock with one another, help one another. Please put on the necklace. Collective leadership, growing, building, expanding, elevating. Yes, yes. Thank y'all so much.
Okay, you. Okay, you can play the music. They can dance for 1 minute. Go ahead, 1 minute. 1 minute.
All right, y'all can go back to your seats now. Thank you so much.
Go ahead. What's next? Okay, good.
The incoming cohort. And Come on. Dance at the hotel. See you later. We got to keep it moving. Can y'all, come on. We're going to do that, but y'all can't be up here. There ain't no room. No. We're going to come back up after we introduce them. Yes. I need y'all to go ahead back to your seats. Come on, I need y'all to go back. The last part, thank y'all so much. We got 5 more minutes, please. Can y'all give us 5 more minutes? Because we cannot do this without honoring and welcoming the incoming cohort. So when I call your name, I just want you to come up here. I'm going to say your name and where you're from. I just want you to come up here so everybody can see who the incoming cohort is. We got Bobby Ebony Butts from California. Brittany Bettison from Alabama. Kashara Bradley from Ohio. Dawn Jackson from New Jersey. Dawn Oliver Ramsey, Missouri. Denise Williams, Louisiana. Ebony Burrows, Florida. Elizabeth Lozano, California. Eva Milan Ziga, New York in the building. Fatima Mohammed Roque, Arizona. Arizona, y'all. Glenisha Hayder, California. Haley Shell, Mississippi. And we got to do an honorable mention, Halima Gelman from Mexico, but she's about to have a baby any day now, so. Jatika Bailey from Kentucky. Lakita Baker, Peaches, Tennessee. Lisa Tony, Illinois. Nina Simone, represent Maryland. Cherie Davis, Illinois. Starkeisha White, Washington. Tracy T. Spirit Stanton, Missouri. And Ty Stevenson, Stevens, Florida. Let's give it up for the incoming cohort. Thank y'all so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Just in case you didn't know, hold on. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? It is no other time but the time for the Queen Mother to take the stage. Hey, I just want to thank everybody who participated in our special night. I'm super excited about the graduates, super excited about the incoming cohort. And I really want to thank my partner up there, Charlene, because Sinclair, she liked to play the back role, but y'all need to understand something. When we were even thinking about this concept of creating a Women Transcending Collective Leadership Institute, Charlene was in the room. She ain't just come here, so she's been here. So I really wanted to really acknowledge her for that. And I just want to thank all the facilitators that come on a regular basis, that support us. And I want to thank the graduates because this is a year-long process. You know, and life be lifing, and they showed up. You know what I'm saying? Because Greer wasn't playing. But at the end of the day, just really want to let's stay rooted in dignity, let's stay rooted in community, let's stay rooted in love, and regardless of what's going on around the world, we got each other. All right? Now let's go celebrate.
DJ, hit it.